Assalamualaikum, we are students from A4 AC 1101A. We would like to make a presentation on Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, which are known as Compound Interest and Annuity.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Christina Anissa. My matrix number is 2025369403. Today I'm going to explain what is compound interest. Compound interest is interest that is calculated not only on the original amount of money but also on the interest that has already been earned. Unlike simple interest, which is only calculated on the principal amount, compound interest adds interest to the total amount regularly, such as yearly or monthly, and calculates the next interest based on that new total.
For example, what if I save 1,000 in a bank account that offers 5% annual interest compounded annually? How much will I have after 3 years? By using the compound interest formula, which is S equals to P in brackets 1 plus R divided to T close the bracket power of 3, the total amount will grow to 1,157.63 cents. After that means I earn 157.63 cents in interest just by letting my money sit in the account. So, I will explain how I get the total interest by using this formula, which means interest is equal to S minus to P, which is 1,157.63 minus 1,000.
Now that we understand how compound interest works, let's move to something closely related annuities.
Case study 1. The situation is you have won 100 ringgit from a lucky draw contest. So you plan to invest the money for 3 years at either two different banks, Maju Banks and Jaya Banks. Below are the details of the banks. Maju Banks offer an interest rate at 4.55% compounded quarterly. Jaya Bank offer 4.75% compounded every 2 months. There is important information for Maju Banks and Jaya Banks. For Maju Banks, the principal is 100,000 ringgit, same with Jaya Banks, and the interest rate is 4.55% and compounded quarterly M is 4 times per year and the time is 3 years, same with Jaya Banks. And for Jaya Banks, the interest rate is 4.75% and compounded every 2 months, so the M is 6 times per year. Question A is calculate the total interest for each bank. First of all, before we calculate the interest, we need to calculate the total amount. So we use the formula S equal P times 1 plus I to the power of N, whereas I is the interest rate divided by the number of compounding periods per year and N is the total number of periods. So to find the total amount for Maju Jaya Banks, you need to fill in the all information into the formula and you will get the answer. S is 140,537 ringgit 20 cent divide 100, so you will get the answer is 14,537.20 cent ringgit. So to find the total amount for Jaya Banks, you need to use the same formula and fill all the information into the formula and you will get the answer is 115,250 ringgit 22 cent. And to find the interest, use the same formula, which is I divide S minus P, and S is 115,215 ringgit 122 divide 100, and the last answer is 50,215 ringgit 20 cent. So the question B is, which bank should you choose to invest in based on your answer in A? Justify your reason. And I will choose Jaya Banks because it offers a higher total interest, which is RM 15,215 ringgit 22 cent compared to Maju Bank is 14,1537 ringgit 20 cent. Question C is, after 1 year and 7 months, the bank changed the rate to 5% compounded monthly. How much should you get at the end of those 3 years of investment? Calculate the total interest paid. So before we find the interest, we need to find the total amount. So we use the formula S equals P times 1 plus I to the power of N, where I is the interest rate divided by the number of compounding period per year and N is the total number of periods. So we need to find the total amount before 1 year and 7 months, which is the P is 100, the K is 0.0475, M is 6, and the N is 9.5. After that, you will get the answer is 107,718 ringgit point 95 cent. After that, we need to find the total amount, which is S, after 1 year and 7 months, because the bank changed the rate to 5% compounded monthly. So the P is 107,718 ringgit point 95 cent, and the K is 0.05, M is 12, N is 17, and the total is 115,673 ringgit point 1.15 cent. The formula to find interest is I divide S minus P. So S is 150,673.50 divide 100. So the total answer for interest is 15,673 ringgit point 15 cent.
They actually use the concept of compound interest to calculate the total value over a time. An annuity is a series of fixed payment made at regular intervals like monthly or yearly.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nasharitul Najwa and my matric number is 2025-163445. So the next question is case study 2. The question is Susanna is offered to study at a university for 4 years. Luckily, her parents had taken an education insurance for her when she was born. The method insurance value is now RM 26,442. Therefore, she has two choice. The first choice is to use the RM 26,442 education insurance money and invest the whole amount in an account that pays 4.25% compounded monthly. This way, she will get a sum of money every month until she finishes her 4-year studies. Another option given by her parents is to let her parents keep the money and give her RM 560 every month during her studies. So for the question A, which option should Susanna choose? Justify your answer with relevant calculation. So we use this formula. A equal to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 minus I negative n powers divide I. A is 26,442 equal to R in bracket 0.0425 divide 12 negative 48 powers divide 0.0425 divide 12. So R equal to 26,442 divide 44.07014,546. So the answer is RM 600. So Susanna should choose option 1 because she will get more money every month for 600 compared to from her parents is 560 every month. Okay, so for question B, calculate the monthly payment and the interest charge. Cash price equal to RM 3,250 and the down payment is equal to 10%, which is 3,250 multiply 10% equal to RM 325. Loan A equal to cash price minus down payment, which is 3,250 minus 325, and we get 2,925 ringgit. So K equal to 3.5%, M is 12 month and N is 36 month. So for this question, we use this formula: A equal to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I, negative n powers divide I. So the next is 2925 equal to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 3.5% divide 12 powers divide 3.5% divide 12, and we get R is 34.12727.046. Next, we move 2925 to the right, which is R equal to 2925 divide 34.12727.046, and the answer is RM 85.71 cent. For the interest charge, we use this formula, which is I equal to NR minus A. So equal to in bracket 36 multiply 85.71 cent minus 2625, and we get the answer is RM 160.56 cent. So for the question C is, if her father wants to settle off the loan immediately after paying the 30 monthly payment. For the Roman one is, how much additional payment does he have to make? So we use formula A equal to R in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus I, negative n powers divide I. So equal to R is 85.71 cent in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 3.5% divide 12 negative 6 powers. So the answer have to divide with 3.5% divide 12, and we get the answer is RM 506 ringgit 056. Okay, so for the Roman 2, how much interest is actually paid in total? So total payment for 30 months is 85.71 multiply 30. The answer is 2571.30 cents. Additional payment is 509.05 cents, and for the total payment is 2571.30 cents plus 509.05 cents equal to 3080.35 cents. And for the interest, which is 3080.35 cents minus 2925, and we get the answer is 155.35 cents. And for the last question is D. If her father missed the first 4 monthly payment, how much should he pay on the 5th payment to settle all outstanding arrears? So N equal to 5, and we use this formula: S equal to R in bracket 1 plus I power N negative 1 divide I. So equal to 85.71 in bracket 1 plus 3.5% divide 12 power 5 negative 1, and the answer we have to divide with 3.5% divide 12, and we get the answer is 431.06 cents. And that's all from me.
With this, we conclude our presentation. We hope you can understand this explanation well about these 2 chapters. Thank you.